It makes you question literally everything that you thought.
I know I'm still using that as like a connection towards him. I don't understand. I wish I didn't care this much. Hi, hey, hello. So first I want to disclaimer this video. This is not a bashing my ex video. This is not a tea spilling video. I really genuinely wish the best for my ex and his family. This is a video, however, documenting how I healed from and dealt with the breakup of my 1.5-year relationship. This is definitely one of the more important videos I've made. Definitely the most vulnerable and scary, definitely scary. And I'm kind of just making it to show people that, you know, you're not alone, whether you're going through a relationship breakup, a friendship breakup, a family breakup, or if you just feel like you haven't been yourself and you've kind of lost yourself over the course of time. So it's kind of just talking about that and how to really regain your sense of self back. So if that is you, or you just are curious to see how I healed after my breakup, without further ado, this is the documentation of my breakup. Before we get into the clips, let me give a little bit of background. This breakup was really weird for me. I never thought I'd be a person to be like this upset over a breakup, because I used to not care about high school relationships, thought they were stupid, could never commit, was really independent. But quarantine changed a lot of that. I really began to rely on this person for my sole source of social interaction, which made the breakup so hard. So me and this person broke up once in October, got back together, and then the second and final breakup was the very, very later part of December. September is when my mental health started getting kind of bad. So it wasn't just the breakup that I was like having to deal with. It was like the breakup, insecurity from the first breakup, like bad mental health, like no motivation, just all this stuff that I felt like I was having to deal with. Anxiety, you know, like feeling like I wasn't who I was supposed to be or who I was before. Just like a lot of stuff. Like I felt like I completely lost myself. I didn't know who I was. My source of social interaction that I had kind of like went out the window after the breakup, you know, and I just really lost my sense of self. That is kind of a backstory. I don't really know if that makes sense. Let's just kind of move on to the rest of the clips and you guys will see what I'm talking about.
Hi vlog. This is my first documentation of the breakup, and I feel shitty. Oh my god, I look shitty too. It's New Year's Eve, laugh out loud. The breakup was a few days ago, and I just feel sad because, like, it's New Year's Eve. Duh, who would not feel sad? It makes you question literally everything that you thought, especially when it happens so, like unexpectedly. It was really sad.
Yikes. So the biggest emotion that I was feeling at that time was a sense of betrayal. I felt that at a certain point I gave everything that I had, and I felt like when things got hard for me, this person couldn't handle it. And I was so disappointed, and I had so many expectations of what a partnership should be and what ours would be, and those expectations were just not met. So I was feeling disappointed, I was feeling betrayed, and I was just feeling shitty. And I still believe that about a partnership. I still believe that sometimes a person has to carry 110% when the other person can only carry 90, if that makes sense. Like, you can't give 100 all the time, so it's give and take. That's just not what happened in that one. So just feeling very disappointed, very upset, very bad. Hey guys. Ew, why did I do that? I kind of slipped up and I texted him because I'm not like my whole thing is like I'm not gonna be in contact with him for a really long time, if not forever. And so I slipped up on Thursday by like using like me dropping off his stuff as an excuse to talk to him, basically. And it just turned into me like saying all the reasons that I'm upset with him and how I wished and hoped that the situation could have been handled differently. Me also saying that I hope that we can be friends because we started off as best friends before we started dating, and that was one thing that we didn't want to lose was our friendship. But looking back,
or looking forward or whatever. I don't know if that's plausible for either party. And so like the part that I miss the most, at least, is like having fun with this person. Over quarantine, our relationship was especially important to me because it was like some of the only like human interaction that I got, even if it wasn't like face to face, like over FaceTime we play like video games and stuff like that. And so I guess like now I don't really like see a lot of people at school, and like everything's weird with masks, and like I'm doing online school and stuff like that.
Another thing was I wanted so desperately to be friends with this person after the breakup. I wanted to be civil so bad. I reached out so many times to try and make it happen. I tried again and again and again, and that's just not what happened. It was another time that I was disappointed because I had certain expectations that weren't met, and I just thought, of course we can be mature about this, because you know, I just had certain expectations that that's how things would happen, but that's not what happened. And I had a very, very hard time dealing with the fact that my idea of how I thought the breakup should go, and oh, this person should still care about this person, and they shouldn't just hate each other after the breakup. That's so stupid. Why would you hate someone that you used to love? Those expectations were not met. At some point, I had to stop caring about how this person was acting, what they did, how they were not meeting my expectations, and I had to focus on my own actions. I recently actually had a conversation with a very brutally honest friend, and he said, you care too much about what everyone else thinks, you care too much about what he thinks, and he was right. The only way that I was actually able to fully move on is when I stopped giving a fuck about what everyone thought, about what my ex thought. I just had to stop caring about all that. And when I stopped caring about all that, that's when I was able to finally move on. Also, like I said, quarantine changed everything for me because I became very reliant on this person for friendship and social interaction. And to that I would say, do not stay in a relationship just because you are afraid of being lonely. Do not do it. Do not do it. That is all I have to say to you, because I can promise you that if you are not happy in your relationship and the only reason that you are not leaving is because you are afraid to be alone, that won't be a good relationship. If you leave that relationship, you will be sad at first and it will suck, but you will be so much happier after.
My theory, hopefully, is that if I start doing things that make me feel more like me, then I'll be able to fully return to myself. But it just sucks sometimes to feel like you aren't like healing as fast as you want to, or they're already over it or whatever. But also it doesn't really matter, you know, if they are or not, because it's your healing process and your journey. I've been watching a lot of videos and stuff on just how to like handle the breakup, and then I just ordered a book called The Modern Breakup that I saw like a pretty long time ago. I'd say like a year ago, and I was like, wow, next time I break up with someone or like go through a breakup with someone, I'm definitely gonna get this book. And so then I was like, now's my time to shine.
In the clip you just watched, I talked about this book, The Modern Breakup. I think that everyone should read this book, even if you're not going through a breakup. I just think it's the best book ever, and this genuinely helped me get over my breakup. I don't know, it's just really good. It gives you a lot of perspective, and I just really enjoyed it. I'm putting a link down below in the description. Definitely read it if you get the chance. It's fire. Anyways, so I also try to do a lot of cool things that just like made me, you know, enjoy life more separate from this person. So here's a compilation of some of those cool things.
Let's hang on to this moment.
If you are going through a breakup, like I said, family, friendship, relationship, or other, or you just kind of don't know who you are anymore, please watch some videos to help you deal with it. It is very good to learn some stuff and hear other people's testimonies about the things that they've gone through and solutions that they can give you to help yourself. Also, I journaled not a lot, but a moderate amount during this period of time, which I feel like also really helped. So do that too. You should always be journaling no matter what's happening in your life. But specifically when you're going through something really hard and it's really hard to dissect all of your emotions and not listen to all your jumbling thoughts, journaling is A1. Definitely do that.
So, just a quick update. Every day it's literally fucking something, huh? I had class with my ex today. Just as I was like, okay, like it's fine, whatever. Guess who texted me? Even though I told them that I needed some time, a lot of time before I was gonna talk to them, I didn't respond. So yay me. I don't know if I ever will, maybe eventually. But I won't respond for as long as I'm doing my social media detox.
So a few things about this clip. I didn't respond to my ex, not out of immaturity or, like anger. I just really wanted to give myself time to heal. I also didn't want to continue being attached to this person, like I wanted to move on and heal on my own. Also, you can see in this clip that I'm getting very angry at myself for just being sad, which number one tip, do not get angry at yourself for your own emotions. I feel like that's what also led to me being so upset through the course of these 6 months or whatever it is. What, like October to April? What is that, 6 months? I don't know. That's 7. Through these 7 months was that I just got so angry at myself for feeling bad. I was like, why am I feeling bad right now? Why can't I get over this? Why can't I be happy? What is wrong with me? It's okay to be sad. You don't always have to be like, why am I sad right now? What's going on? Why am I doing this? Why am I blah, 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 blah. Also, please, don't text your ex. It will make things worse every single time without fail. I had to learn this the hard way, and it definitely took me a lot of times to learn this, and I slipped up a lot of times. Here's a clip, actually, of when I did slip up.
Past 3 days, I've been so happy, happier than I have been in months, and the fact that I ruined that for myself and I let someone else ruin that for me is really eye-opening and concerning. Like, why did I do that? Why?
So don't feel bad if you do slip up, but just know that texting your ex will always make things worse. Now, the only reason I'm adding these next 2 videos is because I think that they are very, very funny. And they make me laugh. They weren't funny at the time, but they make me laugh a lot now.
Note to self, don't listen to driver's license. Hi guys. I watched all of Bridgerton in like 2 days. And then I accidentally listened, well, on purpose, but accidentally, because I didn't know what it was about, listened to Olivia Rodrigo's driver's license, which if you haven't heard that, don't listen to it. It will make you cry.
Another thing that I had to go through was jumping around stages of grief. Many, many times I jumped through anger and disappointment and sadness and acceptance like a bunch of times, or whatever fucking stages of grief are. I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist. But I jumped around those a lot. I went from very happy one day to very sad the next, and to very angry the next, and to very whatever the next, and I just jumped around them a ton, and I didn't know that that would happen. But as you can see by the next 2 clips, I definitely jumped around those stages a lot, and my healing was definitely not linear.
The last clip you guys saw, I was a fucking wreck. But since then, Wednesday and today, it's been 2 days, I've actually been doing really great. Yeah, I've been more productive. I sometimes still think about, like, right now my, like, main, like, intrusive thoughts, I guess I would call them, is that just, like, keep popping in my head are, like, what went wrong in our relationship, like, thinking about how we used to be so happy. And today I learned this quote, and it says, I release my control and I flow with the universe or something like that. And I loved that. I was like, so yeah, because I think that a lot of times I like to have control on situations. So I'm just here crying in my car. No. Well, I am here crying in my car, but I haven't eaten today, so it's 3 o'clock, so I got an acai bowl. Why do I care about this person so much when they completely broke down who I am as a person? I don't understand. I wish I didn't care this much. Oh my god, no. Someone pulled up in the car next to me. I'm just gonna lean back. They're in the parking spot next to me. I'm just gonna eat my acai bowl and wait for them to leave. Is that the cops coming to get me? Is it illegal to cry in parking lots? I don't want to be sad. Or sometimes I'm really, really happy. I'm able to fully accept the situation. But right now is not one of those times.
So yes, remember that you will feel a lot of different emotions in your healing process, and that is very squiggly. It's a very squiggly line, not boop. It is definitely boop.
I wish I could still be close with his family and stuff. But I don't think that that's possible because I know I'm still using that as like a connection towards him.
The hardest part for me was letting go of the way that things used to be and having to tell friends and family that this happened, and kind of just losing a part of my life because this person was a huge part of my life. And things that we would do and time that I would spend, you know, like a lot of time and energy was dedicated to this person. So the hardest part for me was just changing all of that. And I felt like it was hard to act normal. A lot of people didn't know we broke up until months later. I mean, obviously if you were very close to me, you knew. My closest friends knew that I was struggling. Also, shout out to everyone who literally helped me so much with my healing process. You guys have a mention down below. Please check that out. I felt like I wasn't myself. I felt like I didn't have my same personality because I feel like I'm generally a very positive person and I just wasn't. I was so anxious all the time. I was crying all the time. I would cry everywhere. I didn't care. I used to never cry, and then I just started crying everywhere. I wasn't outgoing anymore. I just wasn't myself.
Hi guys. I'm at school and it's raining. But basically today's the second day of school and I feel better. I just like miss this person and I miss like the security and of having a relationship and the routine that we made for ourselves. I was thinking like part of me is like, this is stupid that you're so sad. Like it's a high school relationship, and I know that. I know it's a high school relationship, and I know that it's like whatever, and I'm gonna get roasted for being over dramatic, but my feelings are hurt. I'm just confused, and I just thought certain things that aren't true.
One of the dumbest things I thought was, I loved how I could be myself around this person, which was true. But I've learned that that is such a stupid, for lack of a better word, mindset. I should have been myself all the time. I should have been myself around any people. And now I feel like I am so unconditionally myself, no matter where I am or who I meet, that, you know, there isn't just one person that I can be myself around because I am myself all the time. And you want someone that brings out your best qualities, but as far as being yourself, you should feel like you are being your most authentic self all the time. Being authentic does not equal having a partner that loves you, because the person that should love you is you. I know all the things I'm saying are so cliche, but they're true.
So I saw some Snap memories and that made me sad because obviously like when you remember the good times, you know, that's your best friend and it makes you sad. But then I just got sad. I did get over it because I realized that me and this person aren't the same people that we were when we started dating, and even though we have the same like human chemistry, a lot of our
morals and personality traits are different.
So after going through a breakup, it is good to assess the relationship and be like, okay, why is it a good thing that this happened? For me, like I said, me and this person were two very different people at the end of our relationship. Also, because of the breakup, I gained so much self-love and so much self-respect, and I really was able to get back to the person who I felt like I wanted to be and the person who I was. However, I was only able to see this recently, which was way after all of my emotions and stuff like that. Like I said, healing is not linear, and even though at this point I was doing better, I still had a lot of hard times. And here is an example of one of those times.
I don't even know if I'm gonna post this part, but it's kind of embarrassing. Oh my god, why? The forehead vein is so upsetting. I just thought of something really vulnerable that I told this person, or that I experienced with this person, that I've only ever told this person.
What hurt me the most at this point is that I was very vulnerable with this person. And I feel, like I said, as though I was betrayed. But I decided since then that I'm not gonna be vulnerable to just one or two people. I'm gonna be vulnerable to, like, the universe, which sounds cheesy and sounds stupid, but I used to think that being vulnerable was something that made you weak, or something that people could use against you, and they definitely can, but being vulnerable does not make you weak. If anything, being vulnerable makes you strong as fuck. And I think that's why I'm making this video, to prove to myself that I can be vulnerable to everyone, or to just the world in general, not just one specific person.
A few things I want to say. This will probably be one of my last documentations. I think I'm ready to start putting together the actual documentary.
I think it's really funny that I thought I could just be done with how I felt, and that I would never have another bad moment again. I would never cry about it ever again. And yep, I'm done. I'm just forcing myself to be done. I'm forcing myself to end this healing process. There was a lot of crying, a lot of healing, and a lot of self-love learning that was done after this clip. Most of it wasn't vlogged, but I can tell you that the final thing that helped me completely heal was finally just letting go of this person completely. This actually happened recently because I had to talk to this person because we were working on a class project together. I hadn't spoken to my ex in person in a really long time, so it was kind of weird, but I really just wanted to get the project done. So I said, hey, let's just be civil, and I felt like I was really kind and mature about it because that's the kind of person that I wanted to be. And I was met with unresponsiveness and what I can only describe as coldness. And from that moment on, it was kind of like, oh, this idealized version of this person that I had in my head is just that, idealized. It doesn't exist. It's not real. And so that version kind of shattered, and I was just like, oh, this is reality. Like, I cannot continue to let myself waste precious moments of my life over this. Like, one day I was just sitting in math class and I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? You know? Like, I am literally wasting away days of my life being sad and being anxious over something that already fucking happened. And from that conversation, from that point on, I found solidarity in my own actions. I found solidarity in my own character, regardless of how this person acted or what they did. I was proud of handling the situation with kindness, civility, and maturity, just like I said that I always would, without needing that reciprocation from my ex. Anyways, to conclude, if you are going through a breakup of any type, the best thing to do is give it time and find solidarity in yourself. I went from crying every other day in my car or in the school bathroom to loving so many aspects of myself and so many aspects of my life. I am extremely proud of all the progress that I've made. And even though there's so much work and self-love and learning that is gonna have to be done to become the person I wanna be, that's always how it's gonna be. But I've literally come so far, and I'm so extremely impressed with myself for being able to do that. I literally came from one of the worst places in my whole entire life to one of the best. Please check out the description for some resources that I use and videos and books and stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoyed my documentation. Like I said, this is really scary to post, but I think it's important. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Peace. Also subscribe and like the video.